I've just taken delivery of this Lige Design watch. Now this is the first Lige that I've ever reviewed. Now this one on AliExpress cost me £58.75. Because it came in this box, I had to pay customs charges and then for my post office to deliver it. So there was an extra £11 and a few pennies on top with this. So let's open the box and have a look. So first thing out of the box is Lige VIP. It's in a nice blue colour with some gold lettering and the Lige underneath. So clicking around inside there. So you've got your international guarantee card. We've seen these loads and loads of times, and a booklet. And I was just wondering what was rattling around. Oh, we've also got the Lige Design label. Now, most important part, the watch. Take this off, move that out of the way, and here it is. Now, this is the first time I've seen this watch, and I have to say I really do quite like it, and I hope you can see straight away that all of the indices are saw blades, and this is because this is based upon the Knights of the Round Table, would you believe? So I'm going to get some of the wrapping off this, size up the bracelet, and then we'll have a little bit more of a look at the watch. In sizing the bracelet up, I've had to take out 5 of these little links, and you can see there's 2, 4 and 5 on from there. Now that's quite unusual because normally I just have to take 3 out. So the bracelets on these are very generous in their dimensions. Now that I've got the bracelet sized up, we start to have a look at the watch in a little bit more detail. And the first thing is that the case on this, the outside part here, is in tungsten steel, and also the bracelet is as well. That's supposed to reduce some of the weight of the watch. And I have to say, first impression, the finish on this is spectacular. It really is quite something else. The bezel on the outside of the watch is cut into a diamond type shape, just coming up to little peaks as it goes around. The crown has a guard to it, and I'll come back to that in a moment. The face, now as you can see, it's in a royal blue, and I think it's very befitting because the watch itself is supposed to be of King Arthur's round table with his 12 knights, and all of the indices are swords. I just think that's absolutely great. And even underneath, when you go to the 12 o'clock, you'll see that the logo for Lige is a shield. Very, very appropriate. And then underneath there, it's got Lige Design 1856. And looking just down on here, you'll see that this is an automatic watch. The dial on the watch, or face, really does look quite spectacular, and I'm trying to just move this around so it just catches little bits of different light for you. And the inner ring round here is again something that I will describe as like a Catherine wheel, and it does look quite good. The next part on from there has been described as a CD surface. That's where you've got your swords for the indices, and then the outside from here where the seconds are marked are just all finished lovely. So well done, Lige, for making this such a nice looking watch face. The hands on the watch match the indices as they are like a sword blade, and they've got some lume on the inside. Now this lume is supposed to be the BGW 9 blue light, and I'll do a little test on that a little bit later on, and we'll just have a look and see how that works out. To adjust the hands, you pull this out to the final click, and then they just move around. Now I'm going to move this a little bit close because I just love this, how they just fit in beautifully with each sword blade indice. It really is a very, very nice little detail. And even this hand here, as it comes around, just move it back so you can just see by the 12 o'clock, it just fits underneath each one really good. There you go, I think I've got a better picture of there. So I do like things like that, it just makes it look really, really good. And as you can see while I'm moving this around, the watch hacks as well. Just pop it all the way back in, and away we go again with the watch. The watch has a date complication, and as you can see when you're looking at the date on from there, it's a framed date, and again a very nice finish with this. To set the date, you're just pulling this out and you just turn it clockwise to adjust the dates. Pop it back in. Now to wind the watch, and this is where I've just found a little bit of difficulty, is with this raised crown guard, trying to get my fingers in to wind this is difficult, but if I just use the nail like that, then I can turn it quite easily then. But it does make things a little bit difficult.
I've just done my 30-second lume test, so that's shining the torch on the watch hands for 30 seconds, and with the high class lume on here, it does light them up really well.
Just turn the watch over onto the side so you can have a look at the side of the watch in more detail. Now you can see that the crown of the watch has been signed, so you can see the Lige on from there, and as I mentioned earlier on, it's got a crown guard on it, and then very, very nice polishing all the way down to the lugs. And I'll just move this around because one of the details I wanted to show you is how nice the bracelet and the lugs just fit in. They're very, very smooth. Sometimes you get a step coming across here, but there is no step on this one. Then I'll just take this around to the other side so again you can see all the way around the watch. Very attractive finish to the watch. The overall weight of this watch is 170 grams. However, I have taken out 5 links, so it will bring that down a little bit. The glass in this watch is sapphire crystal, and you can just see it lighting up nicely there for me. The dimensions of this watch are, the case is 42mm, it's 12mm thick. From lug to lug it's 48mm, and the crown on here is a tiny 5mm. Taken a pin out of the bracelet so I can show you the back of the watch with a little bit more detail. Now this part of the case is in stainless steel. It's a screw down case back on it, and it has a display window, and as you can see inside the window it's very ornate. It's been, I suppose, etched or engraved into the glass with a very nice design. Right in the centre down here is a hologram, and I'm just trying to catch the light, there we go, so you can actually see this, and I should imagine that's the Lige logo in the centre, and then some writing around the outside. I'm not sure what that will be. On the outside of the case it just says Lige Design. It's stainless steel. It gives an LG 1859 over on from there, and it does point out that there's 50 meters of water resistance. However, although this is a guarded crown over here, it's not a screw down crown, so I'd be a little bit careful about taking this into deep water. According to the literature on the Lige website, the movement in this watch is a Swiss original, and I don't have any other information on it, unfortunately. The bracelet on the watch is finished exceptionally well, and I love these little diamond shapes. I'm just going to a cloth and wipe this because I've got fingerprints absolutely everywhere on it. And where the links are, in between each link, is two other little ones. This is very, very similar to the Oi Pinky watch that I had, but it is finished very, very nice. When you go to the buckle on it, this is a butterfly buckle, and you can just see that again this is a little bit more unusual, because what happens is when you close this down on the one side, this just clicks in over onto the top and then just locks it in place. And then I'll show you the rest of the bracelet. So very, very nice bracelet. I should have also mentioned that the bracelet has solid end links, and that you have the Lige name and logo engraved into the buckle. The bracelet, right from in between the lugs and all the way down, is 20mm. There is no taper on this bracelet. Will the Lige fit under the cuff? Well, it does, and with its blue dial and sword indices, it looks spectacular, and so does the bracelet as well. I think from a dress point of view, this is quite a stunning watch, so that's a pass. Will the Lige fit under the cuff with cufflinks? Well, have a look at this. Absolutely no problem whatsoever, no snagging, really, really nice, and looks very classy as well, so that is definitely a pass. What can you wear with the Lige 12 Nights watch? Now, you don't have to put on a suit of armour, but a suit might be nice, and in navy blue it would probably look really good. Jacket, jeans and this watch, exceptionally nice, and short sleeved shirt showing off the watch and a shirt in blue would look incredibly good as well. But always remember, it's your choice at the end of the day. To make this review as informative as I can, I've taken some screenshots of the Lige overseas watch store on AliExpress, and this will give you some additional information. The first part of the screenshot just shows the prices on here, and always check out the prices on AliExpress and always look for sales. The next two screenshots are just giving you specifications on the watch. The next one is just a little bit about the 12 nights, and the last two are the amazing colour variations that you can actually get if you want to purchase one of these watches. To sum up my review of this watch, you have to take a little bit of a step back and just look at some of the features that it's got. Tungsten steel case, that is quite good. Tungsten steel bracelet, again very, very good. On top of all of that, it's got a stunning looking dial face, all right, with a date complication as well. Then on top of all of this, the price. In a sale, I got this for £58.75. Yes, I did have to pay some import tax and a little bit of post office fees, but putting all of those things together, you realise that this is exceptional value for money. So would I recommend this watch to anybody else? Well, definitely. And again, just look at it on the wrist. It looks stunning as well. Thank you for watching this review. Please like and subscribe.